We're live from Chevy Chase.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for our morning chat, and today we're talking with a woman whose experience as a flight attendant on 9/11 is a reminder of the best of humankind. We're joined today by Cindee Cornette, and she was a flight attendant on a Delta flight that was rerouted on its way to the United States on 9/11. And her plane, as well as 38 others, landed in a small town in Newfoundland, and they were taken in by the city of Gander with open arms. This incredible story has been turned into a Broadway musical, and it's going to be performed at the Lexington Opera House this weekend. Cindee, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much.
So you have a remarkable story.
I do.
Yes, so tell us about your experience on 9/11 when you were on this flight that got rerouted.
Well, it was pretty frightening to be told right in the middle of the flight, well, you're actually out over the Atlantic Ocean, that the captain wants to see us come to the front of the aircraft. And then we're told that terrorists had attacked the United States and that we were having to land immediately.
Wow.
And we did land at Gander.
Yeah. And what was your experience at Gander like?
Oh, the people, unbelievable. I've never seen so much love and compassion in my life.
Because this is a small town.
Of 1,000.
Okay, and then there were 7,000 or so people?
Around 45, maybe 4,500.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
it's a lot of people that
And no
were
place to put it.
stranded.
And no place to put us.
Right.
Yes.
Because, yeah, the town's only 1,000, so we were put up in hotels, school gymnasiums, just whatever, you know, they had available. So
Yeah. And how long were you there?
about 5 days.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
And so these people fed you, they took care of you?
There were people in the airport as we finally got to get off after 22 hours on the airplane.
Oh gosh, that
yeah.
would be my worst nightmare right there.
People in the airport, if you got to wherever you were going, people there wanted to take you home with them.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So there were a lot of friendships, you know.
Yeah.
from that-
So what
that
did you
period.
do in those 5 days?
Well, we were lucky enough to have a hotel.
Okay.
And Walmart was, we didn't have enough clothes because I just come from Germany, which was a one-day layover. So we go to Walmart, and we were called the Plain People.
the plain
the plain
people.
Plain People. And a lady befriended us there. I won't go into detail. And I call her my Newfoundland angel.
Aw.
She invited some of my crew to go to her home, and she had tea and homemade bread, and just was lovely. Showed us around the town. So, you know, we made the best of it.
Yeah.
But,
and so much uncertainty as to what was going on.
Every day it
and
was,
what
we're leaving
happened.
tomorrow, next day. But they had to get the planes out as they landed. And that, you think about 34 planes, jumbos on the runway.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Wow.
took a lot of
Finagling.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So we just kind of stood by.
Yeah.
And one day we were in town with this lady, Margaret, and we saw our captain. He says, "We're going."
Oh, so then
back
everybody
to the hotel.
gets back on the plane,
Yeah.
and it takes back off and land. Were you afraid to get back on the plane?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, because we had our same passengers, you know.
Right.
And they said you're going to Atlanta instead of Cincinnati. Well, we were for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yes.
And finally, they flew us to Atlanta, and we're going to lay us over. And my coordinator said, "No, we're not. We want to go home."
Right. Yeah.
That's probably all you wanted to do was get
yes,
home at that time.
Yes.
And so now you have a bond for life, right? And
Absolutely.
they've created this musical that's going to happen this weekend. You're going to attend the musical.
I am.
Have you ever seen it before?
I did. I saw it in
Okay.
Cincinnati at the
Okay.
RDOF, where a passenger on one of those flights bought tickets for, you know, several crews.
Wow.
And treated us to the play and then to an after show dinner,
Wow.
and got to meet all the cast members. So yeah, it was wonderful. And my friend Margaret that I met and befriended us was there, so that was an extra
Really?
surprise. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Well, it was in 2001.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
9/11,
gosh,
yeah.
that long ago.
Oh, but the play, I'm sorry.
The
yeah,
play.
2019.
Yes,
2019,
okay.
you
Yeah.
got to see
Yes,
the musical,
yes.
but you're going back again this weekend
Oh, yeah.
because it's being performed at the Lexington Opera
Yeah.
House. That must just be, what are you feeling as you're watching this play out? Are you reminded of the experience?
I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it gets probably pretty
Yeah.
emotional.
And if I start telling the full story, I do get emotional.
Yeah.
It'll always be there.
Yeah.
And we can never forget what happened.
Never,
No.
never.
Never,
And
never.
what is your biggest takeaway
The
from
peop-
your experience?
The people.
The people.
I've never met such
Yeah.
loving
People that you've never met.
trusting. There was
Yes.
some trusting, yes. To
Yes.
take total strangers into their homes.
Yeah. I'd like to think we would be that way in Kentucky.
Yeah, me too.
I would like to think that too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming today and
thank you for
sharing your
having me.
story. And you're from Lexington?
Well, I am now.
Yes.
I flew out of Atlanta 20 years, and I flew out of Cincinnati for another 20. So.
Wow.
Well, thank you for everything you've done.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. So all of the information for the musical Come From Away is up on the screen. Check it out this weekend at the Opera House.